I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty, but thou art rich. Welcome to the Black Excellence and Abundance Channel. Hair braiding of Africans worldwide has always been very innovative and very interesting. In addition to being stylish, during the period of enslavement, braids also served another purpose. They became a secret messaging system for the enslaved to communicate with one another underneath their captives' noses. Legend has it that in South America, cornrolls were used as intricate hiding in plain sight maps to guide escaping African slaves to freedom. Laurie L. Tharps, an associate professor at Temple University, explains that people would use braids as a map to freedom. For instance, the number of plates worn would indicate how many roads people needed to walk or where to meet someone to escape bondage. One of the earliest mentions of this amazing practice was in a 2011 Washington Post piece entitled Afro-Colombian Woman Braid Messages of Freedom in Hairstyles. In it, a woman named Xiomara Asprilla Garcia discussed the history of braiding at the Smithsonian Folklife Festival in Colombia. In the time of slavery in Colombia, hair braiding was used by African people to relay messages. For example, to signal that they wanted to escape, women would braid a hairstyle called departies. It had thick, light braids braided closely to the scalp and was tied into buns on the top, said Asprilla Garcia. Another style had curved braids, tightly braided on their heads. The curved braids would represent the roads that they would use to escape. In the braids, they also kept gold and hid seeds, which in the long run helped them survive after they escaped. As you can see, these people were very crafty. The message in the women's braids was the best way to avoid suspicion by the enslavers. The captors would never figure out what the hairstyles really meant, and many of the enslaved Africans did in fact escape. Not every woman who was planning to escape had the same braids. Asprilla Garcia says, there was a big mother in the whole group. The matriarchs always had a distinctive hairstyle. The rest would know what it meant.
The practice of braiding hair is truly ancient and culturally universal, dating back at least 3,000 years BC. Hairstyles have traditionally conveyed messages about standards of beauty, identity, socio-economic status, and sometimes they were simply used as styles. Additionally, cornrows have long been a facet of African beauty and life. In many African societies, braid patterns and hairstyles indicate a person's community, age, marital status, wealth, power, social position, and religion. In these instances, cornrow hair braiding was much more than a beautiful style. It literally told the story of who you were and where you came from, and in many cases, you could be identified by your braids. Cornrow hair braiding have become a crowd favorite for women of every culture in the past few years. As stated, these African hairstyles go back thousands of years and they have many meanings. However, many do not know the deep and rich history of hairstyles that saved the lives of many. Moreover, they do not know of its role in the freedom struggle which led many Africans out of enslavement. As we know, depictions of men and women with cornrows have been found in Egypt and also in the Stone Age paintings on the Tasui Plateau of the Sahara. and have been dated back as far as 3,000 years BC. There is also Native American paintings as far back as 1,000 years showing cornrows as hairstyles. This tradition of female and male styling in cornrows has remained popular throughout Africa, particularly in the Horn of Africa and West Africa. There are many stories of escape routes plotted in both braided hair and quilts. The quilt, well, that's another video. But when you think of how they use the braided hair patterns to show escape routes, that is simply ingenious. That is amazing. I, for one, will never look at hair braiding again the same. It was used as a way to show your heritage, a way to show your age, a way to show your availability, a way to show your beauty, and in some cases, a way to show a route to freedom. How ingenious. The Black Excellence and Abundance Channel, where Black history is every day.
Thanks for watching. We ask that you please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, thou art rich.